Never again in my life, when I have a gut feeling about something, am I going to shy away from it. And never again, and I don't know why I didn't learn this lesson 8 years ago, am I going to believe what independent and organized polling produces. Trump has won re-election. He has won re-election in the face of all the charges against him, all the all the charges and convictions at a felony level against him, in the face of a January 6th insurrection, in the face of Beyonce and Taylor Swift and Bruce Springsteen and you name all the celebrities that came out for him. In the face of all that, he won in the face of this miracle replacement of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and all this other stuff. In the face of support for Vladimir Putin, support from Elon Musk, support from just propaganda as it's just a propaganda machine. It's just a cult behind him. It's nothing to be taken too seriously. Not only did Trump win, but I said this in my live show last night. Would Joe Biden have done much worse than Kamala Harris did? If Joe Biden stayed in the race, do you think he would have lost or won any more or less states than what Kamala Harris did? Like, seriously. She didn't win a single swing state. None of them. And Tim Walz, if I can opine on him for a second. Tim Walz, you're probably one of the most worthless VP candidates that got added onto a ticket. Now, when this guy first got announced, and you heard him speak, I'm like, wow, this guy's got some potential, bring some energy into the ticket. And I'm like, what else do you have to say? Where I come from, we have a saying, mind your own business. Okay, I heard you say that. What else do you have to say? Mind your own business. That's it. You're just gonna repeat a lot of the same things you said when you came. Like, you're not really saying anything new. Like, oh, okay. For the record, my videos back me up. Not once did I tell you guys I think Kamala Harris is going to win this race. In the videos leading up to this, again, my videos are my own proof. I just told you, I just have a gut feeling. But the only thing that I said of why I think Kamala Harris could win this race is just to look at the returns and the polling and the temperature of the room that's being reported and stuff like that. Like, stupid. I was stupid for even believing any of that. And those of you out there that just want to say, like, the word bout, man, just the 4 more years of Trump, whatever, we'll move past it. The GOP is no more. MAGA is the thing. MAGA is the thing that has enough people behind it to make it live for a lifetime, thrive for a lifetime. And those of you that just think, like, just some better candidate, okay, the Kamala Harris thing, she was kind of forced into the mix. Ooh, there'll be a more tangible candidate in 4 years. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now, I was on the record of saying that I couldn't support how Kamala Harris got on the ticket. Now, I know, like, way back when, that's how, candidates got picked. They went to the convention. It's like, okay, you're the top dog. You go out there and lead for the party. You don't have to necessarily have a primary election that's picked on by the people eons ago. But the bottom line is she wasn't picked by the people. She wasn't picked by the proper process that got Donald Trump to his spot. At least people know, and you can't argue, Donald Trump was picked as the candidate through a series of primary elections in each state. Kamala Harris was not. You could say, oh, well, she was on that ticket with Joe Biden, so you knew voting for Joe Biden, you're voting Kamala Harris by proxy. The bottom line is she was not listed as a candidate for the President of the United States, and I could not respect that process. The only reason I voted for her was because of Russia, of Putin, of the war in Ukraine, of support for these autocracies like Kim Jong-un in North Korea and Vladimir Putin. And Elon Musk supporting these people, and oh well, time to stop caring about that. Like, I'll be fine. And I'm not heated in this at all. Okay? People that are Trump supporters, sound off in the comments. Go ahead. Be proud that your guy won. Because people that support Trump should feel so victorious in all this. Because this isn't going to be an election like you saw 8 years ago where Hillary Clinton still got more people to vote for her. This is a complete flip of that. You're seeing counties that even under Barack Obama, that, or excuse me, even under when Donald Trump won, that all of a sudden turned red. Counties in any of many states that were always blue for the last 20 plus years voted in a majority Republican outcome. Like, Kamala Harris didn't just lose. She got decimated. It wasn't even close. And that is the one thing I think is truly shocking, is that I saw Trump winning, but I didn't see it being this much of a rout. And going back to Tim Walz, man, you couldn't even help carry the state of Wisconsin for the Harris ticket. Like, what a complete oaf. What a complete waste of an addition. Like, as a student of politics, as someone who has a political science degree, as a student of someone who has a minor in history in his college work, I sit back and I look at this, I go, this is one of the most amazing outcomes and stories in American history. Now, you can hate Donald Trump all you want, but for him to come out victorious after getting voted out by Joe Biden, and my God, I wish the Trump campaign would just accept that it was a free and fair election, because it actually makes this look that much more victorious, what happened last night. This is a guy who lost an election 4 years ago, had numerous felony charges stick to him, other charges that are going to be the future that are just poof, they're gone now. He has the power to just say, oh, all those felony convictions, gone. Oh, Rudy Giuliani, you have to give over all your stuff? No, you don't. Poof, gone. January 6th, guys, all you guys in jail, back out. Like it's as if January 6th didn't happen, guys. It's as if January 6th didn't even happen. Trump's just going to just wipe that from the history books. And honestly, the biggest group of people that I feel deserve the majority of the blame here are the people that just couldn't stop vociferating on Donald Trump, that just couldn't shut up. Your only chance to make him go away was once Joe Biden was elected, forget Donald Trump ever existed. And you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. Every time he spoke or said something, you had to either get upset about it, get on your soapbox about it. All these people out there. Like, you are the reason why. The Destinies out there. You're the reason why Trump got elected more than anything else. Because rallying your fan base, people want to support a winner. People want to support a guy that feels like the system is against them. And everyone that came out just piling on Trump, making fun of everything he says, making fun of every decision he makes, making fun of every candidate he backs. You just give his movement that much more energy and motivation to rally the troops. And honestly, if people are still going to be so obsessed with every decision he makes, every critical thing, every ounce of his appearance or anything like that, like, yes, I cracked my lines every now and then, but man, I didn't lose a second of my life that I could afford to in my spare time over it. If you're going to harp on what an evil person this guy is and all this stuff and all this, like, hey, I'm all for free speech and all that, but man, don't you think it's time to just let this guy do his thing? Democracy has spoken. Like I'm sorry, but the far majority of people want this guy over her. They want the guy that's the convicted felon. They want the guy that's the adulterer. They want the guy that speaks free and firmly, that doesn't care what you say about him, and whose base gets rallied by the more you talk about him. Like MAGA is going to take over Congress. The base that Trump is sitting on is going to be so motivated to get their people in office. Like, watch what this midterm election, like prediction, watch what this midterm election is going to render when Trump's back in office. 2 years from now, everyone's heard the blue liberal voices. The country has spoken. The majority aren't for it. They aren't even close to for it. And speaking of the blue voices and the leader of the blues and the liberals, and this is what I said. Going into this, in my last video about this election, if Trump wins, heads have to roll. Heads have to roll. I don't want to ever see Donna Brazile on my TV again. I don't want to see any of anyone's that are in charge of making decisions for the Democratic Party ever again. Like I said in my live stream last night, if I see Tim Walz between now and never, if I don't ever see him again between now and never, that'll be too soon. Complete failure of an organization and party. Complete failure. You need to reassess how you're doing things. When people like me are speaking up 2 years out of an election saying you can't have Joe Biden run for re-election. You got to get a new horse in the race. When the writing is clear on the wall that, Joe Biden is just old and feeble, you have to listen to those people. And if you're the people, the liberal blues that said like, no, this is safest path to victory. He beat Trump before. Okay. Look where that got us. Thanks. As a progressive, my hope for the future is shot. Like the end of my lifetime, things might turn around. But as a progressive, knowing that someone like a Bernie Sanders is never going to get a fair shake, even from his own party, so like progressivism is dead in this country, took a much bigger step towards an autocratic state. The amount of power that Trump is going to have, primarily from that Supreme Court decision you got in the summer, he's going to be able to do so much more without Congress giving a say or being able to stop him. So, anyways, but the thing that I accept is that this is what the majority wants in this country. I can't be mad. If I'm a believer in democracy in the way that we have to elect officials, I can't be mad at what the outcome. The people have spoken. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm a middle-class white male. What do I ultimately have to fear? Like, selfishly, when I look at it like that, I'm like, well, and I'm in a state that Trump's going to love. Trump's going to love the fact that Pennsylvania supported him just like it did against Hillary when he was running against Hillary Clinton 8 years ago. So it's like, what negative am I truly going to see from this? Like I said, I'm a white straight male in Pennsylvania. Like, is my future in any way going to look worse? That's not saying like I don't feel about those in the progressive movement that are the minority groups or minority ways of life. Sorry. The majority has spoken. That's all I can say. It's like, sorry. Ukraine, sorry. You have to look for Europe to bail you out now. And even like I said in my live stream last night, even though I voted for this in this election primarily on the issue of Ukraine, I still hear the other side that says like, why do we have to be the world's policeman? Why do we have to be the one that has to bail out a group like this against a bully? Like, sorry, the bad guys are going to win. What can I tell you? Putin has won. Is going to win. There's going to be some sort of peace deal structure that isn't favorable to Ukraine. Sorry. Anyways, what are your thoughts out of this election? And I also addressed this in my live stream last night. The videos and the community messages they make. I've never seen such a mix of people that were just like, I don't see how Kamala Harris is going to lose a single swing state. People are just so tired of Trump and his rhetoric and blah 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 blah. People speaking so confidently in that, and to the converse, the people just saying like, Trump is going to, like, trust me, there's people that are going to rally that you're going to see that are going to show up on election day and they're going to rally for Trump and they're going to take all the swing states and all that stuff. Like it's the thing. Like you had such a reverse of each other's opinions and just people speaking so confidently. I'm just like where are these super overconfident Kamala Harris people coming from? Like, what do you mean she's going to take every swing state? What do you mean she's got this in the bag? Like, again, I told you, like, from day one when Harris got on this ticket, that was the only time where I said, like, momentum swung in such a way that Kamala Harris has a shot to win this. But man, once a week later came, I was like, Trump is still going to win. 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 That was my stance all the way up until last night. Even going in that live stream last night, I said, gosh, it looks like the feedback is saying that Kamala Harris is going to win, but I still feel Trump is going to win. The feedback is fake. You want to talk about fake news? That's what's fake news. All that polling, everything leading up to this election was fake. It was either people lied in their opinion polling, or you just didn't have a method that got the true absolute uh, direction to lean towards. Because all these states that were leaning Democrat or a point or two ahead, as far as the swing states go for Democrat for Kamala Harris, she lost by a point or two. Like, come on, man, you're wrong by a 4 point swing. Anyway, what say you guys? Hey, the election's over. Again, I ain't mad. I can't be mad that I was right the entire way. It sucks for Ukraine. I hate that I'm a Russian American that has to watch my heritage nation going to. They're going to win. They're going to bully a European nation. They're going to win. Like, that sucks. Sucks that Elon Musk is going to get bailed out from everything he did up into this election. That he is a sycophant of Russia for still a reason that I can't explain or know or ever figure out. But everyone, just take the L. If you're, excuse me, everyone that supported Kamala Harris in this, take the L. Everyone that supported Hillary Clinton, take a big fat L because they deserve that. But it's time to turn your anger and disappointment in this election at your own party. Don't be mad at Trump for winning. Be mad at the state of the way the world was under the Joe Biden administration. Be mad that you didn't get a candidate put out there through a fair a looking election that you saw that got Trump on the ticket because Harris was just thrown in as a Hail Mary. And just be mad at every single decision maker in the Democratic Party because they failed you. They failed you more than anyone else. If anything, hey, all this talk of the election being rigged from like that's the only thing that I'll criticize the MAGA movement for is that they're going to rig this election. The Democrats are going to rig this election. What do you got to say about that now? I'm sorry, but Donald Trump lost free and fairly 4 years ago. He won free and fairly last night. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, the election was rigged. Trump stole it." No, you saw a free and fair election 4 years ago. You saw a free and fair election last night. Anyway, what say you guys? I just 4 hours of sleep last night. My gosh! But thank you all for coming out to the live show. Those of you that did had a great time. That is all.